Well, look at that. There are 18 of you already in the chat. So thank you. I can tell from the comments that some of you are jumping over from Lords of the Long Box. We appreciate that. Welcome into Comic Book Women. Tonight, the girls and I are going to be covering writer Kelly Thompson, who is somebody that I feel like I need to learn a little bit more about. And these two girls are just going to, hi, Mark.
Australia.
They're just going to like really inform us. So. Yeah, Australia. That's awesome. Before we get started, shout out to Cover Price. They are our sponsor. So make sure you use the code in the description if you want to try their platform out for 99 cents, a full month for 99 cents. And Bird City Comics. They are our sponsored retailers. If you are on Lords, you already saw that we have a Moon Man #1 by Ivan Tao, which will be launching this Friday. It is a Jumpman, aka Michael Jordan homage. And this is Kid Cudi's first comic book series. So it's kind of a neat deal. There's a lot of buzz around it. So if you guys are interested in that title, it is limited. Please be on our text line so that you have a better chance of securing one. Erin Yee's in the chat. What's up? And Trish Forstner. Hi.
Hi, Trish. What's up? Sorry.
As you can tell, we do not have Jen, but Sarah's going to be filling in. So we'll see how that goes. I have faith in you. You're going to nail it. All right.
Well, she's always here, but she's going to take the role.
I'm going to fill in
as her. All right. So writer insights. We have Kelly Thompson. The credits are comic book writer, novelist, and creator. Awards and nomination include the Eisner nominated and an Eisner winner. Sarah, do you want to cover the key?
Oh my God, Namesh.
Wow. Namesh.
It's another sponsor. You always forget our sponsor, Namesh. Thank you, Namesh. So we're gonna do the ho ho ho.
Oh my gosh, that means the world to us. Thank you. Key traits, Sarah.
Yeah, a key traits. Besides being a fellow redhead, she co-created Jeff the Land Shark, co-created Lucy Nguyen, aka Marigold. She started off as a staff writer for CBR, the Comic Book Report, and also known for writing strong females, which you'll see.
You will definitely see. Lucy, cover the notable runs for me.
Hawkeye, Gem in the Holograms, Heart in the Box, Captain Marvel, West Coast Avengers, and she has done so many really good ones.
Yeah, this is technically Lucy's pick this week. This is somebody she wanted to cover.
So I picked her because I had the stuff that I have read from Kelly Thompson. I really like, and what I like is that she writes like strong females, like strong characters and stuff like that. And I noticed that, it's like not like, yeah, woman power, like, but yeah, it's like, it's just like, I have noticed that the stuff that I have picked that, it's her. I don't realize it's her till later. I'll be like, oh.
Then you recognize her voice through the characters because she's so empowering.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
And yeah, she also did Sabrina, which isn't in our notable runs, but that's another one. She worked on Black Widow for a while, for I think 15 issues. So just a really talented writer. And again, if you guys are new to us, that's kind of what we do here. Every week we spotlight a different writer, character, or artist. And here we go. Kelly, it's your turn. So let's just dive right in. All right, first up, what do we have here, Sarah?
We have The Girl Who Would Be King. This is Kelly's first novel. This is her first published piece of work. This came out in 2012. This novel is about two girls with superpowers that are radically different. They have different agendas that will rock the world. Again, another kind of strong female theme. This was a Kickstarter, which they actually exceeded their limit for the Kickstarter. And then there was rumors for this to be optioned into something, but nothing yet, but who knows?
Yeah, I was reading that, like a bunch of different people that were trying to reach out, like, because they really wanted to make this. So hopefully in the future, it takes a while to, things like this to happen. But I was reading, it's kind of like you have good versus evil type of thing. And I thought I have not read this, but after like looking more into this, I'm like, this sounds very interesting, and it will probably do really good into, in a movie.
Or a TV show. Yeah, again, you guys, if you're watching, we've covered this on so many different shows. Do not sleep on Kickstarters. A lot of really amazing properties, artists, creators start out on Kickstarter and their stuff just explodes. This would be a good example if it ends up being optioned. And at $5, $6 for the book, I mean, you can't really go wrong there. So,
Or
All
go
right.
to your library. Go to your library. Check it out.
Yeah. Don't steal it.
Don't steal it.
Don't steal from your library, but check it out at your library.
Right.
All right, very good. Next up, all right, we were talking about this in the beginning, but tell us more, Sarah.
Yeah, so this is Gem and the Holograms, like Trish said. This comes from IDW. This came out in March of 2015. This cover is the Ross Campbell cover. This is your favorite 80s pop band with a secret. If you haven't seen Gem and the Holograms, please YouTube it. I know.
Is it a movie? I haven't seen it. It's a movie?
Are you kidding me?
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, I haven't.
No, it's a cartoon. It's
Joe. Thank you, Joe.
Joe, right, we gotta do our ho ho ho. 1, 2, 3. Ho ho ho. You guys suck. You guys don't delay.
You should do it like I go ho, then Sarah goes ho, then go ho.
Okay, go ho.
1, 2, 3. No, I'll go first. Ho.
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 God,
We are the hoes.
We're the
We're 3 hoes.
We're renaming the show. Sorry, continue, Sarah.
So back in the 80s, for all you youngins, back in the 80s, there was this show called Gem and the Holograms. Basically, what it is her name is Jerica, and her friends, they play in a band, but secretly, with a help of Synergy, the robot, it changes her into Gem, and her friends turn into the Holograms. So the secret's out of the bag, right? It's an 80s cartoon. There was dolls. There were the dolls came with tapes. Popular. Very popular. Check it out on YouTube.
That's what
he pointed out. Yep, he went down a major rabbit hole and almost watched, I believe, the full season. For full first season, he watched it. The songs are awesome. The songs are bangers. They'll stick in your head. So yeah, and the catch line is truly outrageous. But again, it's females, fun females that are having adventures, and so this was something that she wrote. So
yeah. So there's I think also what I was reading a little bit, that I believe IDW reached out to her to do this series. Like they reached out to her for her to write this, which is, again, it's strong, powerful woman.
And look at that. We have Yi in the chat, and I think he just recently posted on his Instagram. If you guys are not following him already, he kind of did a similar pose to the hologram series. It's like an action shot of Yi playing a guitar. All right, so look, we're looking at $3 for a raw, a very fine going for $5, and a 9.8 for only $42. Now, if you guys are new to us, when you see that little asterisk, it means that we don't have any super recent information, that sale was a few months back. So it probably doesn't pop up that often. So.
Yeah. I love that cover. I love that color.
I know Jen Bartel has done a couple of these covers too, and they're gorgeous. And it's a great, again, I haven't read the books, which I'm kind of want to, since I was a fan of the cartoon show. So
do it. It's affordable for now. And Bartel, anything I love. I can't do a single Bartel color I don't like. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, what do we have here?
Yay! Okay, so this was my pick. This one I have not read, but I wanted to pick something, it that I kind of, I don't know.
Intrigued you? Something that interested you? Maybe to read later.
Yes. And this one's from Dark Horse Heart in the Box, and this one, it's about, when you have a heartbreak and you feel like it's kind of like the end of the world, and you feel, I don't know if you guys remember, it's been a long time for me, right? But when you have a heartbreak, you wish that it could go away, and you wish that you would rather not feel anything than having that heartbreak. And Emma, it's the name of the character, she wishes that her heartbreak will go away, and a mysterious person stranger comes into her, and it basically kind of makes that wish, to go away. But um by having that, now she feels so empty inside, and she feels nothing. She's like completely numb, and she has to, her heart, it's like, you know everywhere, and she has to kind of go into a journey to find pieces of her heart to put it back together.
It's kind of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Huh.
Have you ever seen that movie? Same
No.
concept. He like wishes away the pain in his heart, but then in the process he like.
Oh.
That's a good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to. Oh, do I
The
know
ending
that one later
part's
so I can
really
watch
good.
it?
Who
Oh,
was in
okay.
that, Sarah? Was it Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet was in that?
Yeah, I
It's been
believe
a
so.
while since I've
Oh.
seen it, so.
I want to say Kate
Oh.
Winslet. I think it's Kate Winslet.
How old is it? What is it called?
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. It came out ages ago.
Eternal?
I thought
Yeah.
Eternal. Eternal Sunshine of a
Oh,
Spotless
I see
Mind.
it. Oh, okay. Yes, it is. It is. What's her
Kind of
name?
the
in
same
it?
premise, just kind of what it reminded me of.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, it's her, Titanic girl,
Titanic Girl.
and Jim Carrey. Yeah, and 2004, it came out 2004, and it's available on Peacock. So I
Nice.
need
This is
to
a good
watch
pick. What do you
it.
think, Sarah? Would you read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a fan of Kelly Thompson, so I definitely will search for this and
Yeah,
take a read. So
and you know
yeah.
what? It also reminded me a little bit, like, I like those, when kids, like, they go on the journey and stuff like that to kind of figure themselves out and define themselves. It kind of also, like, the Scotty Young, the one that I loved. Think of the name.
You mean I Hate Fairyland?
No. Well, I guess, yeah, no. The
Oh,
one with the
Oh,
boy.
Middle West.
Middle West.
Yes, thank you. Oh, my mind was going like, but yeah, like, I just, I like stories like that. So this one is one that I do want to look
It's because you have
for.
the biggest heart, so it makes sense that you would pick something like this. Oh, that was so sweet of me. Next up.
Oh gosh, never mind. You ruined the moment.
I ruined it. Damn it. Hawkeye. I think we all know this one, but Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Hawkeye #1. This has to do with Kate Bishop. I love this book. Oh my gosh. I love the whole series. It's phenomenal. I just love it. So I took a deep dive after watching the Hawkeye series. I wanted to know a little bit more about Kate Bishop. So yeah, if you've seen the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus, definitely give this a check out. And this is fun. It's adventurous. Kelly definitely just makes this character. I just love it. You have, it's Pizza Dog is in there. You have Hawkeye. Basically, she's on her own now, and she's out in California, and she has her own private investigator, and she's trying to solve some crimes. There's something kind of big in the background that's happening. I noticed with Kelly's books too that they have a lot of twists in them. So this one definitely has a twist. But yeah, she's got a kind of a Scooby gang. Hawkeye comes in and helps her out. Pizza Dog is there. And also American Chavez pops in and
I was
helps.
gonna ask, isn't it an American Chavez on
You
this?
would think it would be going for
Yeah.
more. Like, I'm actually surprised you can still pick this up for $10.
Well, you would think
It went up and then it came down.
Yeah.
well, there was kind of a spoiler in the Marvels.
Oh, I haven't watched
Hint. But I really love this book. I think Kelly did a fantastic job with this character.
Mhm.
Besides, Kate being kind of just feeling out, being on her own and having her own personality. It's kind of funny because she kind of struggles with because she's Hawkeye, right? But then there's also another Hawkeye. And so she's trying to kind of find her own personality, her own space. She is the true Hawkeye in Los Angeles. So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, $10 for a raw copy. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and this one, I feel like right now for the holidays, like if you can pick, like most of all the Kelly, like her books are great for teenagers. I feel like this one will be good, like for 15, 16-year-old, you know, like and for the rest. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And again, Joe, Nimesh, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. Just want to say that again. I'm thinking about it in the back of my mind, and you guys are
And
great.
I miss Joe. I miss him. We haven't done Friday shows, but I miss Joe. I miss you, Joe.
We love you, Joe. And anytime I hear Pizza Dog, I think of Trish, because I could just picture her just. Didn't she do a remark of Pizza Dog? I think she did on a blank.
I think she did. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was super cute.
Everything Trish does is like super cute.
Right?
Okay, next up, Star Wars now. Okay, what do we have here?
So this is another one of my picks. This is another awesomely strong female storyline. If you don't know who this is Captain Phasma. This came out in oh my gosh, where did I put my notes?
That's right, Trish. I remember. Okay, sorry.
So Captain Phasma, this is a 4-issue storyline. What I loved about this is that, so if you guys remember Captain Phasma from the last 3 Star Wars movies, there really wasn't much about her. This storyline comes after The Force Awakens. So remember, Captain Phasma gets stuck in the garbage compactor by Finn, which really sucks because, you know, she's such a strong character. The other thing too is the storyline. They kind of General Hux puts the blame on the Star Killer base demise on Captain Phasma. So you have that too. So what I love about this storyline is that Kelly actually fleshes her out a little bit more. So it's kind of connecting from the from Force Awakens to I believe The Last Jedi. Kind of fleshes out the timeline in between these 2 movies, and kind of gives a backstory about Captain Phasma. I love it. It's only 4 books, but it's a great storyline. Again, it's fun, it's adventurous. You see kind of the heart of Captain Phasma, and again, there's an amazing twist to this. So, and only $3 too. Like, come on.
You could probably get the whole series for under $20.
Probably.
Run.
Yeah, for sure. Nice.
Awesome pick, especially for those Star Wars fans out there. It's always cool when you can kind of like zero in a little bit more on a character that doesn't get a lot of screen time if you're only into the movies, but it can kind of help, I don't know, unravel that character more, kind of take the layers off. So this is awesome. Love it. Nancy Drew, whose pick is this?
I think this was Jen.
Jen just put it. Yeah, I think she just put it.
So this is Nancy Drew. This is from Dynamite. This came out in 2018.
I like the way you say dynamite.
Dynamite.
You should hear what I said. It was Wisconsin. We're known for saying, like, instead of, is it bag or we say like bag or bag, or we say weird crap. Bag. Yeah.
Dynamite. Okay.
Yeah, dynamite.
I love it.
So yeah, Nancy Drew. This cover is actually done by who we talked about last week, was the wonderful Tallulah Lote.
This is Lote?
I
would not have guessed that. I would not have guessed. Okay. Good.
So again, this is, you know, Nancy Drew. She's a literary sleuth. In this series, she comes back to town to solve a mystery. Because she's received this mysterious message, and while she's trying to figure out this message, she's also trying to figure out who is trying to kill her. So if you're into Nancy Drew, you know, from the books, or, you know, I think there was a TV show, wasn't there?
There was,
yeah, in a movie too, like on Disney.
And we talked about this. Remember, we talked about this, Lucy, how like there's really not a lot of true mystery comics, like other than like Sherlock Holmes or whatever. Like there's not a lot of like true mystery themed stuff. So this would definitely qualify for that.
Yeah, this one also, like, I think, like, if you grew up reading the books, you know, and now you feel like you kind of outgrow them, like will be kind of good to read them again. I don't know, it's it's good. I have
Nostalgic,
not.
right?
Yeah. So now I want to read this one. I have not read this one yet. And I like this cover too.
I like it. I wouldn't have guessed this was Lotte. I feel like I can like recognize her style aside from like the brush strokes that you can kind of see on the pant lines. I would never have said, okay, yeah, this is a Tula Lotte cover. And I like that though. I like when you get two titles for the price of one. You get the writer and you get the which that's going to occur again tonight at some point. I'm not going to tell you. Next up, this was Lucy's pick.
It wasn't this one. No, this one's not. But I don't know if she just added it. I wonder if she added. I didn't check the slides, but this is the regular cover, I believe, for this issue. And
who's the artist here?
Come on, you can tell right away, right? Are you serious?
I have no idea. No clue.
Shut up, you're lying, right?
We should ask the chat. Who is this artist?
Oh, she didn't have my pick. I guess she switched it.
So this is your pick now.
I guess, yeah. Let me see. Well, okay. My pick actually was the cover for, it was Humberto Ramos, Mr. and Mrs. X issue number 1, and this one's right after. If you guys read the X-Men Gold, when Colossus, I think he's gonna get married with what's her name? Oh my god.
Oh, Katie
Pryde.
Yeah,
and then there's but there's no wedding. Sorry, spoiler alerts. There's no wedding. Rogue and Gambit kind of surprises her and is like, hey, do you want to get married? And they end up getting married. So this is kind of a continuation after that one. And then but yeah, that's just surprise everybody. And it's just a little story. I think it's a limited series. I don't remember if it was 6 issues, but it came out 2018. And but yeah, if you don't know, the covers Dotson and this one.
Lucy's favorite, if you guys aren't aware.
It's one of my this is one of my power couple, Terry and
Rachel
Dotson, and of course Kelly. So when I saw this one, I was like, because obviously I have this cover. I have like the Humberto Ramos, which is an incentive one. And where he's proposing to her, and she's like, "Oh, like
that was the one I thought you picked. Isn't that the one you?
Yes, that was my pick.
Okay, it's still the same series, right? So.
Yes, it's the same one, but yeah, I got a bunch of different covers for this one because they did a bunch of different variants and they were beautiful. And but yeah, it's just it's a good story. It's again, and because I have 2 of them. 2 series of Mr. and Mrs. X. I mean, yeah. And but they go kind of like adventures, trying to, obviously, like they're in the honeymoon and a bunch of crazy stuff happens. And I think it's on this one, I'm trying to remember, that Deadpool comes and he's like still trying to flirt with Rogue.
Of course he is.
It's just so funny. It's just like a fun, I don't know, they're just like a dynamic duo, them two together. So I really recommend this one. It's just a fun book to read.
Yeah, and for $5 for a near mint, guys, you can't really go wrong there. A 9.8 sold for $75, but that was a while ago, so don't count on that now. Let's keep moving. Okay. West Coast Avengers.
I think this was a Jen pick.
May have been.
I thought it was yours, Laura. I mean,
no, this was definitely Jen's.
I've read this one too. I actually read volume 1.
Yes, me too.
She likes the first appearance or the. Go ahead.
Blanchard.
Oh yeah, Jeff the Shark. This is West Coast Avengers. This is from Marvel. This came out in August of 2018. There are 10 issues. So from under the watchful eye of Hawkeye. So we've got Fuse, and again, kind of what I was talking about before with Hawkeye. Kate is trying to like separate herself from Hawkeye. So she calls herself Kate Hawk. We've got America Chavez, we've got Gwenpool, we've got Kid Omega. They're trying to learn how to team up and defeat likes of there's a 50-foot Tigra, and I love this. This was actually pretty neat. Like, this was super funny. So they're trying to defeat Brodok, which is a sexy MODOK. So MODOK stands for biorobotic organism designed overwhelmingly for kissing. So yeah, and again, Jeff the Land Shark. So yeah, I read this. I read the first volume. To me, it was okay. I liked the Brodok story, but it was an okay story. So
I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And you can see like the relationship, also a little bit more of American Chavez with Kate, and I really enjoyed this one.
I think picking it up while you still can too, because this isn't an easy one to find out in the wild. I think for the most part, you have to go to the Bay, unfortunately, and try to grab one, especially if you're a fan of Jeff the Land Shark, which who isn't?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's a low print. Yeah, it's just it's a tough one to get out there. So good pick, Jen. We're looking at a near mint going for 55. It is on an upward trend. $66 for a raw, but there's no grade, and a 9.8 last sold a while back for $259. I mean, if you could find a near mint for $55, there you go.
I have this. I don't have them graded because I don't.
You don't like graded comics?
Not really. No.
I
don't like the look.
We were talking about this earlier about the Black Widow run that she was a part of. This is Black Widow number 6, but definitely check out Black Widow number 5 if you are a fan of Olivier Coipel. I'm a huge fan of his art, and that cover that he did for issue 5 is fantastic. But what do we have for issue number 6, Sarah?
We have Black Widow. This came out in 2020. They're amazing covers. There's 15 issues of these. Adam Hughes. That's all I have to say. Adam Hughes. And check out our Adam Hughes show.
Spotlighting him.
Yep, spotlighting them. We actually spotlighted one of the, I believe I spotlighted number 15. So, so this is where Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, in this series, she's finally retiring from the spy game. She decides to retire in the city by the Bay, San Francisco. But over by the Golden Gate Bridge, something mysterious is going on, and Black Widow is going to have to solve this mystery. So this is also a first appearance of Lucy Nguyen, aka Marigold. So it looks like a good read. I like a good spy mystery, and again, there's a lot of amazing covers on here. So
really great covers, yeah. Okay, so we're looking $6 raw, $8 for a near mint, and a 9.8. Somebody snagged that up for $21 a few months back. So congrats to whoever that was.
Right? They can get this one for the story and also for the covers and investment. So there you go.
$20. I mean, come on.
Yes.
I mean, Coipel is one of my favorites. We should do an entire show on him, to be honest, because there's just so many good covers. But issue number 5 for this run was done by him. And
also want to say, Lady Fantastic, is it your first time here? I don't know if I've seen your name before, and if it's your first time, thank you for being here.
No.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here.
All right, moving on. So this was actually my pick. And earlier we were talking about how you had Tula Lote on the Nancy Drew book. And Tula Lote actually did the 1 in 50, I believe, or the 1 in 25. I think it was the 1 in 50 incentive cover for The Call. This is one that came out this year. It's a combination, and this is the only Kelly Thompson book I've read. Full disclosure, I need to go back and find some other pieces of her work because this is the only one I was familiar with. It's a combination of Something is Killing the Children meets The Goonies is the best way to describe how this book works. You have these 5 friends that before they decide to break off and go about their own life, they do this, they go to a cave, very Goonie-esque. But this one is $3 raw. There's a $4 for the near mint. And if you guys can get a hold of the Tula Lote one, it's gorgeous. So I have a feeling maybe her and Kelly know each other. Like, it's kind of like her and Frizen. They always seem to kind of overlap on the same projects.
Mhm.
So
I saw that back in 2015, her and Kelly Sue DeConnick co-wrote it. It was Captain Marvel and the Carol Corps. That was her first like Marvel dive-in. That's a powerhouse writing. 2 gingers, 2 fabulous female writers. Like, come on.
You know what? Yes, the Captain Marvel, I really, really enjoyed it. Like, again, it was so good. And before that, I have not read Captain Marvel, but then I saw that she was involved in it, and I was like, oh,
wait, who, Thompson or DeConnick? Because didn't DeConnick do?
Thompson. Well, she did, yeah. But then on the one that Sarah was saying, they kind of collab. Yes.
Yeah, the call is still extremely affordable. There's a total of 5 issues in the series. I believe the issue 5 is going to be coming out in January. So this is still one that you can get on board with. I could easily see this becoming a show. Not to compare it too much with Paper Girls, but it kind of still has that vibe. But Paper Girls just didn't get a full, like a fair shot, I don't think.
It's so sad. I'm so mad at that. I hate, you know, the same way I feel about October Faction, like that's how I feel about Paper Girls. The Paper Girls was so good.
So much potential there too, but it was coming right off of Stranger Things, and I think people were like expecting them to be the same, and it's like they weren't even,
because people were comparing it so much to that, and it's like, stop doing that. Stop saying like Stranger Things, like don't, you know, like it's an own thing, and it came out before like freaking Stranger Things, like. Stop. Like that annoying me.
Do you want to see something cool?
Yes.
Oh yes. Oh, it makes me so mad.
What is it? Wait, hold on.
So a while back, I won a contest for Paper Girls.
Oh, that's right. You talked about this. Okay, yeah.
So I love
it.
So it finally came. Like this finally came like maybe a couple months ago, but. I love the packaging. Inside is a poster signed from all the.
Wait, that's just the package. That is so cool.
That's the packaging. The poster.
That is awesome.
I know.
You gotta get framed and put it up behind you somewhere.
Right. And yeah, there it is. So this was, I think, signed during San Diego.
That's awesome. That is so, and they're probably really limited. Does it have a print number on it?
No print number, but yeah, I think they were limited. I think there was only like 20 winners.
Oh, I am so jealous.
But yeah, I mean, the other thing too was they were getting overshadowed by the Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, that could be another reason. I don't know. Paper Girls. If you guys haven't read that series, you could buy it for cheap now. It spiked temporarily, then it just plummeted again. But yeah, The Call is a very good adventure story. Same deal. You got strong female characters. And again, we have multiple times where you see these female artists just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for when you work together? Collaborate. Perfect. Yes. All right. Last we have coming soon. So we talked about this at the beginning of the show that she did a Sabrina run. We have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the Christmas special, which if you guys are familiar with Bird City Comics, we actually did an exclusive for this with Sweeney Boo, who is another amazing female creator. So it's like a trifecta right there. That's available on the site, but it doesn't come out until December 13th. There's also Sabrina the Teenage Witch with the holiday special on this, the one next to it there, cover B, also the 13th. And then The Call, which I was telling you guys about. Number 5 comes out in January, and then that's the end of the series, and it's really good.
Dude, those covers.
The covers like that all kind of feature a different character from the book, so it's like a nice little set if you do all the covering.
Oh, I like that.
And there's Lotte on B.
That's neat. That cover is really nice. I really like it.
Yeah, she's such a nice person. Like when I met her, she was just so sweet and kind of shy, but I got to kind of see her process for how she works, and she was just fantastic. It's a nice evergreen piece. So if you're a Sabrina fan, check it out. And let's see, last but not least, here is the socials for it. Sarah, why don't you tell us about this?
Yeah, this is Kelly Thompson's Instagram, 1979 semi-finalist. She puts up a couple, musings and stuff like that. And she also has a Substack of the same name, 1979 semi-finalist. You can find, what she's doing, some upcoming stuff, and more. So if you want to learn more about Kelly Thompson, follow her, follow the Substack, go buy these books, or, you know, just read them. You know, she's just a fantastic writer.
Mm-hmm. She
Agreed.
sure is.
I wonder what 1979 semifinalist means. I wonder why she chose that.
I know. I kind of, I was kind of curious. It's not your name.
Get her on the show one of these days. All right, that was it for us tonight. Make sure you guys check out Cover Price. And like I said, make sure you're following Bird City Comics on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In the meantime, make sure you're following Sarah at SheGeek78. I am Laura at Bird City Comics, or Mrs. Bird City if you want like reels. And then last but not least, Lucy at Mama Comics. And Lucy, what's your other IG?
Oh, so who creative. Look at what I made. Like, I made this little ornament. And it's like a little shaker.
I love that.
I just made this, and I'm working on more. I just made one. I dropped it off to my sister-in-law. I made one. My father-in-law passed away on April, and I made her one with his picture. And she loved it. She cried. This is my little French. This is a little more simple. But yeah, I do my crafts. Yes, they are. Yeah, perfect. I make shirts. I make all my crafts. You know, they can follow me as Soho Creative. If you go to my Mama Comic on my profile, I added my little tag for it, so you can follow me.
Make it even easier to follow you. You guys, she's talented. She can make anything. Like anything you ask her to do, she can do it. So
not anything, but I try. Yes,
anything. She can make you anything you want. I'm standing by that. All right, that's it for us tonight. Have a great night. We will be back next Tuesday with an all-new episode. In the meantime, be safe, and we will see you later.